Somebody made a video about me a couple weeks ago. It came up in
Uh-huh.
my feed. I didn't watch it. I just said, idiot.
They made
Okay,
a
maybe.
video about you. What were they saying about you, Tim? What'd you do?
Well, it was me and Beetle Brad. We claimed to
Hmm.
have heard Carnival of Light.
Oh, I remember that whole
Yeah,
debacle about yeah.
and what I said was, and I'll say it again,
Hmm.
I might have heard it.
Hmm.
And the reason I think I might have heard it is the place I heard it from did not say it was Carnival of Light. It was just this avant-garde piece of blech. And it didn't say what it was. It
Uh-huh.
wasn't claiming to be anything. And I'm like, well, that means it could be legit because it wasn't some idiot,
Yeah.
saying, yeah, it was some guy saying, look, if I put this, and it was over this bootleg anthology video. The whole thing was
Uh-huh.
over this bootleg video of anthology, and he's showing you everything, and no sound
Hmm.
except for the thing. And it was bad enough to have been Carnival of Light.
Damn.
I'm not saying it was, but I have
Hmm.
a feeling it could have been.
I mean, from what I understand, I mean, like I said, I really skimmed over it. I didn't really, know what was going on, but I know that a lot of people were butthurt about that. But I never heard your name. I always heard Beetle Brad. That he never heard it. No, he did.
I said it on Doc Screen because Beetle
Uh-huh.
Brad was going off on people are mad because I've heard Carnival, and I was trying to defend him a
Hmm.
little bit. So I said, "Well, I've heard it too." Well, I've heard what could be it. I've never said
Hmm.
definitively I've heard
Yeah.
Carnival Light. I
Yeah.
don't know that, but I've heard something that definitely could be because this
Hmm.
thing made Revolution #9 seem like Mozart. I mean, so and
Hmm.
it's supposed to be really horrible, and this was really horrible. So it be.
Yeah.
I know you guys have all talked about it, but so what do you think about the Circus of Light stuff
Oh, the Carnival light, you mean?
or Carnival Light? I'm thinking of Circus because I'm.
Uh,
I said earlier, I don't think it's ever going to be released as long as the original guys are alive.
I hope it doesn't get released. I mean, I've got most of it. I mean, I've got 22 or 23 minutes of it on a boot that I bought years and years ago, and it's absolutely nonsense. And people keep saying they want to hear it. Well, there's no vocals in it, and you think my name, look up the numbers.
Yeah,
Well, this
I'm not doubting you, but how do you know it's legit? How do you know it's actually the real deal?
because it was done before all the crazy stuff was all put out and stuff. I mean, I got it back in the late 70s, early 80s. So it was pretty legit from what it was, but
could be
I mean,
just as legit as have you heard the word?
but it just doesn't make any sense, so it doesn't really go. It goes all over the place, and people are going to listen to it going, oh, now I know why they didn't release it. They shouldn't have released it anyway. This is horrible.
Well, yeah,
You wanted it, you got it.
I think I had a 13-minute version. It's on my dead computer, so Lord knows if I'll ever hear it again. But yeah, it's nothing.
But yeah,
I knew it would be nothing.
I'm not 100% positive, Paul, but I mean
Yeah.
it's probably 98% probably real.
I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
you never
100%.
really know until it's officially done, or if it ever is.
I got it on YouTube, but the reason I think it's real is the guy didn't even mention what it was. He just used it as background for showing an unreleased anthology bootleg DVD set, and that was the soundtrack for the whole thing. And that's why I think it might be real, because he didn't say this is Carnival of Light. But as soon as he does that, I'm like, okay, this isn't it. But
See, the reason I ask is because the official word is that the only person that has a copy of that is Paul McCartney. That's what I've heard, and that's been consistent. That's been consistent over the years, that he's the only guy, and nobody else has come forth that I'm aware of claiming to have a copy of it. So, that's why I'm always skeptical when somebody says I've heard it or I've got it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it seems to be locked up tighter than Fort Knox,
I mean, if somebody said that they got it, a year ago or something like that, then I'd be like, oh, I'd be real skeptical of that, or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could not be, maybe it's not, but boy, it sure could be, because they even played a snip of it, when I was in the Liverpool tour thing, that they had in Liverpool. So, and it kind of matched up to what I had, but they only played like 3 seconds or 5 seconds of it. And I recognized it right away. And
now, making this topic more confusing is the fact that there have been several fake attempts at creating a Carnival of Light that has been on and off of YouTube and sold to gullible Beatle collectors. And there was one Beatle YouTuber just not too long ago, a couple of times, has claimed to have this track. But this person, the description is all wrong. Whatever this person has, they claim that there were backwards tape loops and all this, John burping and things like this, things that are just not, have not been reported. There's no way there are tape loops on there. No fucking way. Because it would take a long time to do that. This was done like in one evening. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, done. Tape loops, if you know anything about Tomorrow Never Knows, look that up and look at what it took to do tape loops on that song. So those are things, the idea that it's 22 to 23 minutes, that goes against what McCartney has said. The fact that it was also said to have been available on a bootleg in the late 70s, early 80s, I call bullshit on that. The whole concept of the bootleg is that once a bootleg gets released, other bootleggers steal it and they bootleg it themselves. This would have been around. As a bootleg collector I used to be, and many of you out there have been, you would have probably come across it.
I know that if you go on YouTube, I was having this conversation with someone just the other day because he said, you can now hear it, it's on YouTube. And I said, no, you can't. But it's on YouTube. No, it isn't. But if you go to YouTube, there is a recording on there, maybe even more than one, that purports to be Carnival of Light, and it's basically very creatively put together by someone based on the available knowledge. A new recording has been made intimating it's the Beatles one, but it isn't.
Now these fake ones on YouTube, they're overproduced and they're, I guess if you're trying to pull the wool, some people are fooled by it, which is fine. I suppose that's going to happen. How would you know? The fake versions are probably better than what the Beatles actually did when it comes down to it. So, in the end, ultimately, the bootleggers felt this track sucked so bad, they didn't even bother to bootleg it. That should be a sign to us, folks, all right? So in conclusion, my advice to fans who want this song is just to forget about it, stop talking about it, don't mention it ever again. Then it'll probably get released. Thanks for watching.